Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So today we are going to proceed with our hospital management system. So as you can see here, we have our login page. We've provided the email address and password, so I'll just sign in. So on sign in, we'll take us to the dashboard. So this is how our dashboard look like. And on this particular dashboard, we're going to enhance it so that it actually provides the correct information according to our hospital management system. So currently we have various modules that we've done. One is the patients, and you can see here we have some data about the patients, and you can register a new patient. So you can provide the name, the middle name, the last name, the phone number. So I'll just provide some dummy data, the email address, the date of birth, the guardian name, the gender, the guardian phone number, the marital status, the address, the blood group, allergies, and also some remarks. So if you save this, then you'll see the data is actually saved, and you're able to see the list of data here. So you can expand even the number of records that you want to see, and you'll see all the patient number, the patient name, the guardian name, the phone number, the gender, and the created by. So the created by is the user who is logged in, and also the timestamp of the at the time when the record is being created. So as you can see, we have the patient numbers. These are automatically generated by the application, and each patient is assigned a unique number based on the time they were created. So we have the billing. So we'll be doing this, but on our previous video, we were able to handle the appointment slots. So here we created the appointment slots based on the doctors. So you are able to select the time, that is the start time and the end time, and you can assign it to the doctor. So each doctor has an appointment slot, and you're able to assign them based on the shift. So once you save this, then you'll be able to see all the doctor's appointment slots. These appointment slots, will be using them on when doing the appointments of patients. That is the doctor appointments. So they'll be selecting these slots. So each slots will be equivalent to one patient, and it depends. I think we will be able to manage if each slot is can take a certain number of patients, then we can control that. Then we'll be adding these additional sub modules, which we've not done. So we've done the employees. So you created a new employee, that is the add new employee. You provide the first name, middle name, last name, phone number, email address, ID number, the date of birth, the date of joining, the father name, the mother name, the sex, marital status, the blood group, department, and also the role. So here on the roles, you either admin, doctor, and you can add as many roles as possible. The designations, so you can see here, and also the specialty. So you're able to add that. Then you have the administration module. So here, this is where we manage certain application items. For example, the system code details, grouping of male, female, marital status, all those information. So today, I want us to add something different based on what we've been doing. So one of them is we need to add the pharmacy, and that is the medicines. So we need to keep the stock of medicines. So let's add a model. We'll just add a model. So here, I'll add a model called medicine. I'll just do medicine. So this will be medicine. Then if you add that, then we can add now some properties here. So one is, so you can do public int, so I'll do int ID get set. So that's one of the items. And here we can also inherit and do modifier user activity. So that is the user activity. So this one will give us the information about user creation activities and the modified information. So then we can have, so we can add the medicine name. So you can do here string, then you can say name. So that's the name of the medicine. There we go. So this will give us the stock of them. That is the medicine stock. Then we can also do category. So let's do public int category ID. So this is a foreign key. Then you say get set. Then we'll also have the company. We can keep, so here we need to, this one you can say here system code. So this will be coming from system code detail, and you can say this is a category. So this will be category. Then once we have that, then we can add the company. So this is a company. So you can say this is can have the company. So here you can say company ID. So there are two things we can do here. We can now either add another model, or we can add another model to track the companies that are supplying us with medicines. So I'll just create a new model. So I'll say this is a company. So I'll just do that. And here you can say public int ID. Then you can say company name, that is the name. And here we can also inherit the user creation activity. Then if we go back to our medicine, then this will be company ID, it will be inheriting from here, and this will be company. Then we have the medicine composition. So we can just do here string. Then I can say here medicine, we can call this composition. Then you can have the medicine group, so group of medicines. So here we'll do group ID. So this will be group ID. Then this is also a foreign key. So I'll just do here a group. Then you can say unit of measure. So we can also have the unit of measure is a foreign key. So I'll just call this unit of measure. Sorry. So this will be unit of measure ID. So the unit of measure ID is also a foreign key. So I'll just do here unit of measure, and we are getting this from the system code details. I'll just do that. Then you can say we can have minimum level. So here I'll just do minimum level. I'll just do minimum level. Mean, I'll call this mean level. Let me just call this mean level. Then for the minimum level, I'll also do reorder level. I can also do here reorder level. And call this reorder level. Then you can have the tax. So that is the tax percentage. So you can call that is the tax. Then you can have the box or packing, the way these are packed. You can say packing. Then you can also have the rack number. You can call this rack number. And you can also have some notes. So let's call these notes. So these will be notes. Then you can also have here, we need to have, we can have a photo of the medicines. We can do here photo. So once we have this, then we have our complete model. And we can always add some additional information. We can always have additional information about the medicine. So to add this to our database, we need to go to our application DB context. Then we can add this particular DB set. We'll just do here, let me zoom in. You can do DB set employee, then these will be medicines. So once we have that, the next thing is we need to add migrations. So to add migrations, you just go to tools, you get package manager console, then you say add migration, then you can say this is medicines. I'll just add the migrations, and this will be, it will generate the migration file, then you'll be able to update the database. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, like the video, and also comment down below. So we notice 90% of you guys are watching our videos and you haven't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider subscribing and like the video. So I'll just proceed to update the database. So I'll just do here update database. So if I just update the database, then we'll have our file created. So let's just open our SQL Server, and we should be able to see this particular table. That is the medicines table. And you can see on the commands, this particular table is being created. So I think we are having an issue. So you can see it is looking for company, and we've not added this particular. I'll just remove migration. Remove migration. So we need to add so that is done. So if we go to application DB context, we need to also add the database. Remember, we created two models. So you have the company. I'll just do company. And also here we need to say this is companies. So you'll notice my tables are actually in plural. So these companies. Then I'll go to now add migration. And I'll say this is medicines. So if we just press enter, then we should be expecting two tables. That is the medicines and the companies table. I'll just open so you can see this migration file has been generated here. Let me just minimize this. So you'll see this is we have the companies table, and we also have the medicines table. If I just update the database, we should be expecting the two tables to be created on our database. So we have a wrong command there. So that is okay. So here, if I go to the database section for our hospital management system, we should be expecting two tables. So as you can see, we're still having an issue with our commands. Let's just go back and see. You can see introducing foreign key may cause multiple cascading. So this one, I want us to remove. So let's remove migrations. Then if we go to our application DB context, I want us to add some things here. So I'll just come here and say, I'll add this builder. Then I can say here medicines. It has the company ID. That's one. Then I'll format this. So if I do that, so let's add the migration medicines. So that one will generate our migration file, and we should be proceeding to update the database. So let's wait. So there we go. So we can update the database. Update database. Press enter. Then we should have our tables created. So if all goes well, then we should be okay to proceed and now create the medicines. So as you can see, we still have an issue. So that is under the category. So how many? So let's just go to that particular model. So we have the company ID category, and you also have the unit of measure and group. So let's just go back to our application DB context. So I want to add something here. I'll just do medicine. We have category, and this is category ID. We also have unit of measure, and this is unit of measure ID. We also have here, let's see. We also have we have the company, that's okay. The group, and you have the group ID. So let's check on the model. So if we go to the model, we have the company, group, unit of measure, and the category. I believe those are the only things that we should be able to restrict. So if we go back, let's generate the migration file. So I'll remove it. So let's see. If we remove it, then we should be able to add and proceed. So if you want to get this particular source code, you can use the link down below to get the source code. And that will go a long way in ensuring that we provide you guys with more of this content. So you're going to add the migration file, then we update the database just to ensure everything is okay. So there we go. I'll update the database, and you can see the commands here. So we have our migration file. It has already been generated. So we should be expecting some 2 tables. So let's see if all is well. So you can see here, we don't have any errors. That means if you check on the commands, we have the create table, we have the ID, the name, the modified by, the modified on, created on, and created by, and we have our constraints. Then we also have the created table for medicines. We have all these fields that we've just provided and the respective constraints. So if we go to the database and refresh our tables, then you should be having 2 tables. You can see here we have the companies. There we go. There. And you also have the medicines. If I select that, you see we have the medicines here. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to add our pages, our Razor components. So I'll just go to components. So where is it? So our pages. Then I'll create a folder for companies. So the first thing that we need to do is to add the folder for companies. So I'll just do companies. Then we need to add a Razor page, that is index. So we can call this Razor component, and we can call this companies list. So this is companies list. So that is one of the Razor component. So we can pick one, for example, for countries, and we can paste it here. So here we can say this is companies. So I'll just zoom. Then this. So if we scroll down, we need to have these as companies. So we need to create companies. So this will be company. This is also company, and we can say this is a company. This will be companies. Then here, this company here, we need to have it here. Then companies, we should be able to retrieve them, and company as well. We can edit it. So this will be from the list of companies. Now there is one thing that we need to do. At the top here, we need to do, this will be companies. Then this will say add new company. Then this will be companies. This is companies. Then we are binding with the company. Then this is a companies list. Then search for companies. Then here we'll say company name, say name. So we will be having kind of name, created by, created on, and actions. So we don't need this. So we have this should be company name, created by, then this will be created on. So there we go. Then we have edits. That's cool. So the next thing here will be, what is the issue here? We have company. So this is telling us something here. So this is company. Then here, I want us to change. So we need to create our service. So on our interfaces, I want us to create a repository for companies. I'll create a class, an interface called iCompany repository. Company repository. So once we have that, then I can proceed to add. Then you can copy the one for country. So they are kind of the same. So I'll just go to company and I can add this here. Then we'll change everything to company. I'll zoom this. So here company, here as well, company. Then this is company, this is company. Then we'll say get companies async. get company by ID. This is also company. We can also have here company async, update company, then delete company. So if I just zoom, have that. So since we have the interface, we can now create our implementation service. I'll just create another class. Then I can call this company repository. So if I just add that, then we need to, so I'll just copy the one for country. I'll just copy all this up to the bottom. So they are kind of the same. I'll just go to company and I can paste this here. So after doing that, I'll just now inherit. We need to inherit company repository. So this one, we need to have this as company. Then here you can say add company. So we need to choose to get it from here. Add company async. So then you also need get company by ID. Where is it? Here. You also need this one will now be company. Then you can change everywhere. So that is company, it's no longer country. And also you're expecting company. This is also company. Then we have, so add company. This one will be companies. You can call this company. And you can say add company to the database. That is okay. We can now change this. Then here as well, you can say find the company by ID. This is a company. You can call these companies. Then this is companies. You can change this here. Then this is we can do here companies. Also this is companies. Then you can replace this here. Then you have these as companies. Then this should be okay if I'm not wrong. So here include, we need to have a list of companies. So then if we check here, this should be companies. Then also this is a company. This should be returned. And as you can see here, it says we need to use entity framework core. So let's import that. So we have some things that we have not implemented, like the delete. It is saying delete country, but this one should be delete. Where is ours? Delete company. So if we go to our implementation service, so we should be using delete company. So how many of them are we still using? Get country by ID, we should be using get company by ID. So where is it? So here we say get company by ID, we should replace it with this one. Get company by ID, this should be company. Then update should also have update company by async. So we should also update it here. Then everything here should be reading company. I'll change this to company. Then I'll have this as company. So we don't have a code. So this should be company. I'll update everywhere to company. This is company name modified by, and this is existing company, not country. And this should also be company. Then existing company, we should update everywhere with now existing company. So let me zoom it. So that is it. That is it. That is it. So as you can see, we now have, we return our existing company. This should be reading companies. That will now remove the error. If we go back, you should see we have the add company, delete company, get company by ID, update company. So there's one method that is missing. So if we just hover here and click implement interface, you'll see we have these get companies async. So that one should be will be somewhere. I don't know why we don't have it under countries repository. I think we should be having get countries. Yeah, we don't have it. I don't know why. So get countries, get departments. I think it should be something like this. So if we go to our companies, in fact, we should be having it at the top here. So here I have my interface. So that is get companies. So if I go back here, I should replace this and say here company. Then these can be department. Then this one will be companies. Then here we have this will be companies. Then we get all the companies here and we'll return all the companies. So you can see our repository is now okay. We don't have an error, so I should remove this and everything is okay. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to inject this to our program.cs. So if we go back here, you can see I have it here, so I can just duplicate this and I can copy here. I say I company. We have our repository here, then we have the implementation service called company repository, and that is okay. Then we go to our app.razor. Where is it not? Where are we injecting them? So we should be injecting them under, so let me just find it. Menu, then main layout. Where are we doing that? Under imports. So we should be doing that under imports. So I'll just copy and inject this here. So I should be having I company. So this is I company repository. And you can see here, then here I'll call this company service. So that is company service. So this service here, we should be using it now on our company list. So you remember here, we've been having this issue. I'll just go to await. Instead of get countries, I'll call this get all companies. Then we should replace this here. And here I'll have my company model. This will be my company model. Then we now use our company service. Then we say get companies. So this will return the companies list. And here we should also get all companies. The company here will be, these should be companies as well. So once we have that, this will be our company model. And you can call this company. Can call this company. Then here we are searching now based on the name. So here we'll be only doing, we don't have a code, so I'll just remove this. So we have the company name, and that's what we are going to search with. So I'll also remove this other one. So the next thing is to edit company, and I think that is okay. Then here we should change this to company model. Then this is how our list looks like. So our model kind of, our Razor component is kind of complete. So I'll need to go to our menu. So I'll go to navigation menu. Under the admin module, that is the nav menu. Under the admin section, I'll add our companies. You see here, we have this. I'll just copy this here. And we need to change our route actually. So this one will be companies. We go to navigation menu and update these to companies. Then here we should say companies. So once we have this, so we can also add our add Razor component. So this add Razor component will help us to add the company. So I'll just add company. So we can call it add company. So instead of typing all those code, so we can copy it from the country Razor components. So you see, they have a lot of code, so we can replace it here. Then at the top, we can change this to add company. Then we'll now move this to call this add company. Then we can go down, instead of country model, we can call this company model. and this will be our company. And here we can also replace created by with company, created on company, and this is our company. Then instead of country service, we have our company service, which we've created. Then this will be add company. Then our message will be company. So we'll call this company created successfully, and this should navigate to our list. So you should ensure that this root is exactly what we have here. So we'll replace these two companies. Now, instead of calling this create new country, we will call this create new company. Then this method, we are going to have it at the top here. So we are going to paste it here. Then we'll say save company. So then down here, let's just ensure we have everything okay. So we have our company created by, then at the top, instead of countries, we need to replace these to company. So the only thing we are adding is actually the company name. I'll just remove the other one and I'll call this company name, and we can call this also company name, and that is okay. So I think we should be good to proceed and add our company. So what we need to do is we copy the root, go back to the list and update here, so that whenever we navigate to we click on add new company, it takes us to this add company razor component. So we've done all those. So we need to see whether we've just coded what is working or we have bugs. So to test that, let's launch our application and see if everything is okay. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, consider subscribing, like the video, comment down below. And in case you need the source code, you can use the link down below to get the source code. So let's just launch our app and see. So when we create the companies, we should be able to see the data in this particular table, and we should be having the name created by and created on based on the logged in user. So there we go. We can see our app has launched. So I'll just sign in. And if I sign in, I'll go to the admin module. Remember, we added these companies here. So if I click on the companies, then we have our companies list. So you can see this one is telling us countries. So we need to go back to the companies list, and we can change that to, so that is on the, so this should be company. So we'll call this company. Then update our auto reload. We'll apply the changes, and this should change to company name. So you can see, you should be able to see that, and this should be modified to company name. So if I click add, you'll see this add new company. I'll call this macro code. So if I click save, you see everything is working, and we now have macro code. It was created by macro code, and this is the time. You can add another one. We'll say this is Johnson's. Johnson's. So if I save, we have it here. I'll create this is Aga Khan. If I save it, call it Nairobi Hospital. This is Nairobi Hospital. Then if I save it, you can see. So we've been able now to add our companies. So the next point, we are going to now add our medicines, and all the medicines we had created. Remember, we had our model pointing to the companies. So we've now added the companies, and the next section is we are going to add the medicines, and all the medicines should be pointing to the companies that supply them. So if you go to the medicines model, you'll see we have our company ID, which is speaking from the list of companies that we've just created. So I think for today, I'm going to leave it there for today. And in case you have any comment, you can put it down below, and we are going to address some of the comments that you have. And in case you want the source code, you can claim the source code using the link down below. That is it for today, and see you in our next episode. Bye.